Hello everybody, Steve Tober for Baristanet.com Sports. What a great season it is. The kickoff of the fall campaign. Friday night lights for high school football, soccer, girls soccer, field hockey. It never ends with the excitement for the young male and female athletes in your area, whether it's Montclair High School, Glen Ridge, Bloomfield, Bloomfield Tech, among the schools that you'll be following and watching here as we cover the sports scene throughout the autumn campaign. Plenty of sports action and plenty for you to enjoy. There's nothing like kicking off a new high school season. Hello everybody, I'm Steve Tober with my backfield mate, Dennis Jones. Welcome to the Baristanet Sports Show, and you talk about Montclair, Bloomfield, Glen Ridge. A great season ahead, Dennis, for all the teams.
Absolutely, Steve. I love this time of year. Fall sports is one of the greatest around, you know. You got teams that you already mentioned, the rivalries, and I always say it's not going to get better than the previous year, and I'm always proven wrong.
Well, some great football this past weekend. Montclair squeezing by Union City. You talk about the big win for Glen Ridge over Cedar Grove at Huddle Field, and the Bloomfield Bengals and the Nutley Maroon Raiders at Park Oval, Dennis. Doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, Nutley with a tremendous come-from-behind win. Two junior running backs led the way for Nutley, right, Steve?
Well, it's a great town to begin with. They brought in the portable lights. The junior running backs took over. Remember, Ray Citrullo was their star last year. But this is some setting. You talk about Park Oval, the home of Martha Stewart, where Annie Oakley once lived, where Joe Pyro was so happy to bring in portable lights for a great atmosphere for Friday Night Football. Let's take a look at a game to remember. It's always special when you start off a high school season with Bloomfield at Nutley. Great local rivalry at historic Park Oval. First drive of the game. Bloomfield quarterback Caven Penberthy. Perfect middle screen. John Varner, the sophomore, doing the rest of the work. First touchdown of the game, 11 yards. Varner gained 48 yards and 11 carries in what would be a sparkling varsity debut. And with accurate place kicker James Hull's extra point placement, will be 7-0 Bloomfield with 5:02 still showing in the opening stanza. But the Bengals would strike next with special teams. Speedy senior Malik Cooper would field a Nutley punt at his own 40 and utilizing his cutback ability, accelerating through the Maroon Raiders punt coverage, completing a 60-yard TD jaunt. Cooper, one of the more talented athletes, and Mike Carter's arsenal provides more early life for Bloomfield. Hull's extra point made it 14-0 with 3:02 left in the first. But the Bengals weren't done with quick strikes. Marcel Lazard tips a pass, number 56, Messiah Haygood picks it out of the air. 22-yard interception return, just like that. 20-0 Bengals with 2:02 left in the first. Here comes the Bloomfield Bengals on the way. They've got the early advantage. But back comes the Maroon Raiders. Quarterback Nick Tedesco connects with his splendid wideout Pete Carissimo for a 19-yard gain down to the Bengals 18. From there, it would be junior running back Matt Del Moro finding some space in the middle of the line behind his blockers, bursting 14 yards for the touchdown, and the resurgent Nutley Maroon Raiders are on the board with their first points of the season. Last year it was Ray Citrullo as the key back. Now it's the chuggling backs, the juniors, Del Moro and Lou Megliero. With Phil Condito's extra point, it's now 20-7 Nutley, and they're on the run. The Maroon Raiders showed some terrific play calling on their next possession. The halfback option, Lou Megliero to a wide open Angelo Ricamo, 35-yard completion, first down at the Bloomfield 8. From there, it's Megliero back to doing what he does best, running to the outside, cutting the corner, 8-yard TD scamper, and just like that, the Bloomfield lead has been cut to 20-14 with 4:17 still left in the first half. Right before the second quarter expires, Nutley's Phil Condito boots a 24-yard field goal. It's now 20-17 Bengals at the half, but a lot closer than the way the contest looked just 12 minutes earlier. Great setting, great atmosphere at the Oval. Cheerleaders, band, the fans combined to make an exciting atmosphere. And the defenses would rule the early part of the second half. Then the Maroon Raiders strike. Tedesco completing the Carissimo on a 14-yard gain down to the 1 after 3 straight stops. Del Moro blast into the end zone. The go-ahead touchdown from 1 yard out. 23-20. The cannon goes off. 4:30 left. The Maroon Raiders have their first lead of the night. Need a little icing on the cake, a little insurance? Well, Lou Migliero breaks free 69-yard TD run. 2:26 left. A little more breathing room for the Maroon Raiders to come away with a 30-20 victory. And Bloomfield's veteran coach Mike Carter was certainly gracious in defeat, realizing the Raiders had earned a come-from-behind win. Steve Tober with Coach Mike Carter of Bloomfield, and coach, a very tough 30-20 season opening loss to the Nutley Raiders after leading 20-0 after one quarter. But that counter play and the way Nutley came back, you got to give them credit.
Yeah, they played very tough. I mean, the quarterback's a real tough kid. I mean, he made some things happen out there that are, and we sort of knew that going in, that he's that type of player. And they ran, like you're saying, they ran the counter as well, and they made a couple big plays when they had to. I mean, it was pretty much a game of big plays both sides. And unfortunately, we came out in the back end, but it's good old-fashioned backyard neighborhood rivalry. And congratulations to Nutley and Steve. They did a nice job tonight.